when a man and a woman play together, I think more stuff is exposed.
Oh, I'm sure
I
it is.
have noticed something when I play with men. That sounded weird.
The way you put your wedding ring in your pocket.
Yes. Where with women, it's just like, oh, hey, what's your name? Okay, let's play.
And now we sync our cycles.
Stop.
This is Big Dink Energy, the pickleball podcast that's half insight, half nonsense, and all entertainment. If you love pickleball, don't take yourself too seriously and think a little trash talk makes the game better, welcome home. This is the place where life and pickleball intersect. We celebrate the chaos, call out the nonsense, and put the fun back in dysfunction. You're either in or you're out. And if you're still listening, you're in. So let's go. Big Dink Energy starts now. What's love got to do with it?
Okay, we do not have time for this tonight.
Oh, sorry.
We do not.
The official podcast of Pickleball coming to your ear holes right now. Now, listen, we have a sponsor tonight. There's 1 million apps for tracking your score, 0 for tracking the memories. Dink and Dash is changing that. Badges, journals, photos, Pickle Pals, and more. Your whole pickleball story in one place and in your hand. It's coming soon. Follow at dink_and_dash now.
Maybe we should apologize a little bit for our episode today about us being...
This is the sickness episode.
I agree.
This is...
Yeah.
There are 2 people in this room that don't look like me that are sick.
Well, one is Paddle Prince isn't even here tonight.
No,
No.
she is at home quarantined.
And I feel like Demi Moore, but without the
Oh my
G.I.
god.
Jane body and salary. But my voice for sure is a mess
Yeah.
tonight.
Well, you've been directly smoking cigars all
No.
day trying to loosen up your vocal cords.
Well,
Sorry,
so
guys.
apologize for...
Yeah, so don't get the radio too close to your ear or your face because this one is contagious in more ways than one.
So I wanted to talk about, like, this whole week, mixed doubles has been just in the spotlight. And I kind of wanted to talk about how pickleball is one of the few co-ed sports in professional sports. Like, there's not very many of them.
They do have it in tennis.
Well, besides racket sports,
No, softball too.
no, not for professional. There's really only
Is softball professional?
curling, equestrian,
Curling's my favorite.
and sailing. Those are like the other co-ed professional sports.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's something I think that,
It's very unique.
it is.
when
Men and
you
women
opened-
competing together.
When you opened with mixed doubles, I thought we were talking about marriage, but no. So, there are some other sports, but very few. And it's one of the things I love about pickleball is mixed doubles, especially like when we play in tournaments or even just open play.
Yeah, and it's just been a huge thing in the professional space because it's very rare. But I think mixed doubles really removes like hiding spots.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So what do you mean by hiding spots?
I just think that every point really shows a partnership and that you can't just hide behind, your, I don't want to say like your gender, but I think there's role clarity. And I think men and women are different and different strengths show up at different times.
Yeah.
So like if I was to ask you, is a Corvette better than a semi? What would you say?
Well, they both have different strengths.
Right.
If I want to tow something, I'm less likely to use the Corvette unless I want to
Exactly.
tow it fast.
Exactly, because it just depends on the job.
Right.
So, speed, agility, precision versus power, mass, and durability.
Yeah. When I'm out there in mixed doubles, I do see a lot of dump trucks out there. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm just saying you wouldn't ask a Corvette to do a semi job and vice versa, and that it doesn't make one superior. It just makes them different. And I think that that's not really being spoken about. I think that in mixed doubles, we need to really talk about not comparing them, but having them collaborate. And I think that's the big issue that's not being talked about. Everybody's comparing the men to the women, and it shouldn't be about that. That's what I think. But
Yeah, I like it because there is different dynamics. There's different finesse. There's different speeds. There's different power. And it does, I think it makes the game go a lot better.
I
mixed
love
doubles.
to watch mixed doubles.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, when I'm playing with another dude, I'm like, do I have to get this ball or is he going to get the ball? You know what I mean?
It is different. Again, we're different. Men and women are different. It's just
Yes.
the same
Absolutely.
court, but I just really believe there's different roles. And that's probably not what most people want to hear, but I think the game gets rewarded with contrast and not sameness. So I think that that's why pickleball stands out so much, because it is that we're leading the way in co-ed professional style sport.
Yeah. So you played yesterday. You say that again.
It was
Paddle
built
Princess?
that way. It was literally built with co-ed.
Yeah.
Where most things had like kind of added it on, or
So you played yesterday. You did all women.
it was all women.
How did that feel compared to like an open play where you like you and I play?
Well, I mean, for me, I don't really care. I just like to play. And I'm not really good enough to have an opinion, if that makes sense. As far as professional sporting goes.
Yeah.
I'm not really trying to give advice or feedback. I'm just kind of describing the setup of mixed doubles and how it kind of exists. I do like playing with women because I feel like, there's less ego.
Yeah, for sure.
Know?
For
and
sure.
again, this is the difference in men and women. I'm not saying women don't have egos, but I think men lead with theirs, where later on women allow theirs to show up.
Do you feel when you show up and it's mixed doubles and you're playing with somebody you haven't played with before, do you feel like when it's a dude, like you've got to step up, like try to get up to his level, so to
That's
speak?
a good question. I have noticed something when I play with men. That sounded weird.
The way you put your wedding ring in your pocket?
Yes. First, wedding ring away. No, I don't like to say when I play with men, but when I play with men,
Yeah.
I notice that like if I haven't played with them before, the first thing I do is like make an excuse
Tap
for
them
my
on the butt. Oh, no.
make an excuse for my level of play. Or I've just noticed that I'm like, oh, I'm just letting you know I'm not that great. I'm like a 2.5. Where with women, it's just like, oh, hey, what's your name? Okay, let's play. So I don't know if
And now we sync our cycles.
Stop. I don't know if that's, just, I don't know why. I mean,
Yeah,
I guess
I get you.
in retrospect, I realized I did that because you asked the question. I guess I just didn't realize it before. And I also feel like they do ball hog. But I just think that's just
Is that the protective nature of men? Like
that's what I'm saying.
to say,
We're
I've
just
got
different.
you, sweetheart.
Yeah, I've got you. I got that. I don't know. I'm not here or there.
I don't feel like it's a protective nature. I feel like it's more of a
Okay, well,
I'm gonna take over.
So I'm not taking a stance on like all men are taking over. In general, I just think we are different and there's different roles, and those roles are really exposed when a man and a woman are playing together. When two men play together, it looks normal. When two women play together, it looks normal. When a man and a woman play together,
man and a woman had a little baby.
Stop. I was
Now
on
they're
a
three.
freaking track. When a man and a woman play together, I think more stuff is exposed.
I'm sure it is.
I don't know how this is even sounding.
This is the Dr. Ruth podcast. What do you think, Paddle Princess?
I don't really have an opinion on it. I've experienced both with both genders. I've experienced women who are snobby and
Right.
witchy and just like, oh, like, why are you here? But I've also experienced women who are like, hey, like, this is awesome. You're great. Like, don't worry about your level. Just come play with us. I'll teach you. I'll show you. I'll guide you. But I've also experienced that with men too. Like when we went to the open play and the guy was like in front of me and he just took every single ball, like never gave me a chance to even try to hit the ball because he knew that he knew he was better than me, but he didn't want to even give me the opportunity to get better because of his ego.
Right. So are we just generalizing like all men are like this? And I disagree with that because I've played with some great guys too. I'm just saying in general, if two men are playing and one takes over half the space and takes all the balls, I don't think anyone's saying anything. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But because it's a man and a woman playing against each other, then there's just more argument because it's something that's different and it's something we're not used to seeing in sports.
I agree.
But I think though that pickleball does it really well for the most part. I
think so too. And
I haven't been out there with anybody where I was like, well, I didn't want to play with you. Sorry.
Well, I'm just saying I don't know enough about professional pickleball, and in all honesty, I think I've only seen clips. I've never even watched professional pickleball. Oh well, I mean, when we worked the MLP game, I watched professional, and I just saw greatness in general. Man, woman, I don't care. They were just phenomenal players. That's just how I feel.
There you go, folks.
I think that it's good that both genders can come together and play a sport together. Whereas like there's not females in the NFL. You know what I mean? Like
Thank
I think
goodness.
it's great that
Right.
That game would be longer.
They'd be talking.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Did you see what he was wearing? Oh my
Stop
God. Get up in our DMs. Tell us what you think. Let me dig deep into the mailbag here and get this letter out. Kay said, when we travel, we love to listen to your podcast. Each episode makes us laugh. Well, joke's on you, Kay, not this one. Maybe. We'll see. Thank you, Kay. We love our fan mail. Please, please, please continue to shout us out and send all your fan mail. And if you haven't considered sharing us, why not? What's wrong with you? Share us with everybody that you love in your life so they can laugh along with us. Go to bdepodcast.com. That's bdepodcast.com. Leave us a text, a review, feedback, or send us some love. No nudes, please.
Just the tip, quick pickleball wisdom in and out before you know it. This is more of an etiquette tip. On windy days or when there's bad lighting, you should offer to change sides after one team hits 6 points. If it's not either of those two things, don't do it because it's just doing too much.
Love it. Stop doing too much.
Just the tip.
It's time for Pickle Pals.
Well, this is one I'm interested in for sure. Today's guest says his life purpose is peacemaking. He spent years bridging religious and political divides through the Muslim Public Affairs Council, MPAC, and One America movement. He's run ultra marathons. We'll get into that and how somehow 85 miles is a failure. He's a yoga instructor, Liverpool FC super fan. Don't hate him on that. He lives by Gandhi's words. The world has enough for everyone's needs, but not for everyone's greed. And I love that. Somewhere along the way, he looked at the Arizona desert. I've been out there and thought, what if we could build community through pickleball, golf, hiking, paddleboarding, camping, cold plunges, basically everything. And that's how the N Chill house was born. So from Phoenix, Arizona, I'm proud to have on here Wadon Khan. Thank you so much for being on the Big Dink Energy podcast, my brother.
Thank you so much for having me, brother. Appreciate you.
Yeah, this is going to be great. So obviously, I got to go first question, right? We talked about this a little bit earlier on before I hit record. You've spent years bringing Muslims and Christians together across political divides. So is starting a pickleball community and the in-house, is that harder or easier than that?
That's more aligned with my values. I think it's the same mission, but different medium. But what I realized is I was doing a lot of going to the churches, pastors, and I was just preaching to the choir, basically. I mean, there was no social impact they were making. And then once I started seeing the connection that was made on the courts, just, the beauty of pickleball and how it doesn't matter if you're black, white, gay, transgender,
Yep.
whatever you
Yep.
are, it doesn't matter. If you're on a pickleball court, you all won and you're
That's
playing.
right.
And that kind of, to me, was like, whoa. Why
Yeah.
it's not a thing.
Yeah, in today's world, I mean, that's so important. I think there's so many forces that would love us to be all divided and all in our own little silos. So yeah, I love seeing the pickleball as the great uniter. But an in chill house, right? It's not just pickleball. It's pickle and chill, golf and chill, hike and chill, paddle and chill, camp and chill, volley and chill, all the chills, right? So walk us through the vision on that and what it means to you.
Yeah, absolutely. So Pickle N Chill was basically born, there was a phenomenon called Netflix and Chill.
Yep.
And my buddy and me were talking about, and we kind of came up with the name, my buddy Brock and and I just, in that moment, I was like, yeah, that's actually turning something negative into something positive. I have some great brothers, Baird, that was doing Scottsdale Hiking Club, that was also doing Natty Run Club. And I had this vision and I just joined him and, it was super reciprocating. And I was big in the run club, so invited everybody in. And then once the Pickle and Chill started blowing up and I started seeing the connection, I felt a sense of responsibility to not be complacent, right? And I was like, okay, this is working. Where do we take it? Then I tried Volley and Chill. Everybody showed up.
Yeah.
Different kind of connection, different audience. I started golf and chill. Everybody showed up.
Yeah.
Then my buddy Barrett was already doing, hiking. Julian, he's like, you should see this guy. This guy's on the trail. There's hundreds of people walking behind him. It's almost like Jesus on the trail or something. Like in the depiction, how the movies are. But then, there's our brother Julian. He takes the people, connects them to the river, Salt River tubings, paddle boarding.
Yeah.
He has the paddleboard club. So then you're like, hey, I have this N Chill brand and I just want to do everything in chill. And so basically still partnering with them and their unique abilities, and then kind of finding community and amazing people within the community. Like I've had suggestions, hey, I want to do cooking and chill. I want to do dance and chill. I want to do board games and chill. So now it's like become yes, I put limit to it. 8 of those 9 brands are mine. Like I'm trying to actively run and finding leaders for it.
Yeah.
And then on the background of hiking and camping and paddle. Oh, we just did snow and chill.
Wow.
Marley's such a great woman. You know, I gave her the model and she ran with it. It was 15 people and went from Phoenix to go to, snowboarding.
Wow.
So yeah, sky's the limit. So I just believe turning that Netflix and chill concept to where it was more of a concept of people dating and then kind of, hey, want on Netflix and chill, but then that kind of like more a creepy thing.
Yeah.
Taking that like,
Yeah.
okay, like how do we turn that into something positive?
Yeah.
And same energy, but in a way more healthier in a social way.
Yeah, less couches and sweaty hands involved in all your in-chill stuff for sure.
More pickleball paddles.
Yeah. So you moved to Arizona, listed as one of your target audiences for sure. So I've been to Arizona. Is loneliness the real epidemic you're trying to solve for here?
Yes. So one of the biggest problems, right? So I want to also turn my pain into purpose. So one of the biggest things, I, as an immigrant 10 years ago, came here and I just could not connect, right? I was going to these gyms, I was doing a job, I would defect to bars. Like my neighbors, I just picked up the worst people in my life and ended up, which I don't complain about in that sense. I think every lesson was to prepare me to save the future generation.
Sure.
And yeah, so it just was, how can I do that? And once I started doing that, I have my friend Hershel message me one of these days, like, bro, I see you on the courts. I see you shaking hands in such a dark time when where there's a loneliness and fitness epidemic. You're doing this work.
Yeah.
And that message really, like, you never know what one message can do for someone. And that message really kind of became my anchor. And that was like, okay, I'm going to keep showing up at the courts. There was times I'll just take a speaker on my shoulder and didn't know, that anybody was going to show up. And there was time where I would be like, holy shit, like, what's the city going to say? Like, I got 50 people coming.
Yeah.
like stuff like that, which it's never that many, but it's all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you're the not knowing sometimes, right? That's the real work for creators and entrepreneurs that people don't see. If you've never been that, if you've only been a worker bee, you don't know the fear that comes with the not knowing and putting yourself out there, being on camera and showing up is sometimes the scariest thing or hurdle to jump over. And so that leads me into my next question, which I think is so great with Impacts, the Mustard Seed Project, bringing Muslims and Christians together, having meals, building relationships. You've consulted with One America movement, fighting the toxic polarization out there. And then obviously now the pickleball meetups this seems kind of like the same work, but almost in a different wrapper.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's all tied together, right? I strongly believe anywhere, anything you're doing in life is preparing for what you've asked from God, what you truly in your heart of hearts have asked for God, and where your heart is and how you manage your thoughts and what you envision yourself to be, right? So everything, the universe is working for you, not against you. And I strongly believe it. So opportunities, like I had corporate job, I never had fulfillment. I found my purpose. I went to an impact meetup at a church and I saw Christian and Muslims like, oh, this is the work I want to do. I met Salam and I said, hey, like, this is my calling. And he kind of made me the ambassador for Phoenix. And from there, I just kind of put together events. I was like, whoa, I had a full-time job. And I was like, oh, putting together events is easy. It came very natural to me. Then One America came in and they needed somebody for the election year. That's such an amazing mission. Andrew is an amazing CEO. And what a team he has put together. But they give you tools to basically not polarize and how to be sitting in the same room with people that don't agree with you and still be able to have a conversation and communication. That to me is like such a good exercise. In that moment, it didn't feel like, oh, where it's going. I just remember Andrew asking, what does Wadan want? And I didn't have an answer then. And I was just floating through the One America conference and everybody loved me and I loved everybody. And I know like I'm the peacemaker and I knew in my heart of heart, like it didn't matter like where the Muslim table was, where the Christian table was, where the Jew table was, like I was the one talking to everyone. Yeah. And then, pickleball. Pickleball just literally, I played 2 times before Pickle N Chill.
Wow.
The idea before, I had played once in Colorado Springs where the idea came in 2018. It was 2020. Then I came in 2024. I actually was looking for pickleball courts for my friend Hannah. And I went to Horizon. She showed me the rules. And then I saw Barrett playing. that's when I started playing, and I was like, hey, yeah, I have this idea and whatnot. The rest is history.
That's
So
awesome.
I just saw the sport. So that's what a lot of people don't understand is I saw the sport not from a consumption standpoint, but from an impact standpoint.
That's fantastic. I think there's so much there because, I've said it so many times on our podcast that pickleball is the great uniter, but it's the chemicals, right? It's the chemicals that's going on in your body that tell you, hey, I'm having a good time. It's the dopamine, it's the cortisol, it's all that that are going on and saying, man, this is fantastic, and it makes you connect to people even at a different level when you're sharing all those same happiness and joy and friendliness chemicals. So I love that. And then speaking of chemicals, then you do ultra marathons. So somehow running only 85 miles is a failure, obviously, because you're trying to do 100. But I can't run to my mailbox. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about mile 84 and 85.
Yeah. I think before I do that, I just put this out there, right? And I say this all out. And success is not how you do compared to other people. Success is how you do compared to your own ability.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's really it, right? Like you can get the same amount of benefit running to your mailbox that I can get out of 100 miles. It's just where you're at in your life and what thought that you came and what thoughts you were reprogramming and how much you're pushing yourself, right? Running, I was born to be that, mile 85, 86. I came out of that. So first, to give you context, for lack of a better word, literally raw dog that marathon. If you look at my Strava stats, I was building so much community that New Year's Eve, everybody was partying, and I was so much dedicated to my mission that I went to observe a pickleball tournament just to kind of observe it. And all the clubs that I've created, all the people that I met because of, the place that we've created, we're all partying. I went there for 5 minutes, left, started checking out the pickleball scene. And then at 12 a.m., I was sitting down there and I signed up for the 100-mile race.
Oh, my gosh.
And believe it or not, I did not have the $500 sign up for the race. So I signed up for the charity bib. And I was so I was like, this is too big. Like, this was extra. I was like, okay, I don't want to spend $500 on this race. How do I still run this race, right? And the easy guy was, okay, $0 charity bib. And I was like, okay, there's 2 marathons here. One, I want to get out of my comfort zone and ask for money. I've never done that. Raise money for a cause. 2, it's like, okay, it's 100 miles. And then I didn't get to it till August is when I actually got to, okay, I need to train. I only have like 60 days left for the race. And that's when I started raising money. So and then the beauty of it is most of the money that I raised, again, it's funny. I raised 85% of the money goal and I ran 85% of the race. and
that's awesome.
It's just funny. But I learned some amazing things. Mile 85 and 86, I can point fingers and I can do a lot of things that I've sort of finished. But there's several things that I learned out there. Number one, who you surround yourself with is really important. And in that moment, I needed somebody to get me to go. I didn't need somebody to, so you get pacers on miles 60 to 80 and 80 to 90 because you're hallucinating and you're in a dark spot and you need somebody to push you through.
Right.
So taking first responsibility, I thought the race cutoff time was 32 hours, but no, it was 30 hours.
Oh, wow.
So at third lap in mile 60, I'm like, shit. Now I have to readjust the whole plan.
Yeah.
I was wasting time on the aid station stuff. I was actually, when I say raw dogging, I mean it. I didn't have sleep the night before. My training was very under par. My nutrition was very under par. And I was just out there trying to show people, like, if I can raw dog this, what can you do with yourself?
Yeah.
Your healthy bodies.
Yeah, like the David Goggins thing, man.
Yeah. So it was that. And then mile 85, I just had a lot of realizations. I understood the power of, the environment, like having different friends for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And, some people would push the best out of you. Some people would just be there. And, there's nothing wrong with that. They're good company, but they're not the ones that motivate or can push you, right? So you just need different people in different phases of your life.
Yeah.
That's one thing I learned. Number 2, I learned is if I would have come prepared, that I would have even dependent on someone else, right?
Yeah.
So that's where the lesson was like, yeah, raw level is great, but training is better.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's why I'm doing another challenge right now. It's 1 mile a day for 100 days and 100 push-up for 100 days challenge because I want to set a small goal, but I want to train on consistency because that's something I've never done.
That's awesome.
And I did one last thing, like, why did I stop? One of the biggest reasons why I stopped that race is as I was in my dark spot, as I was not having a great time, having to manage my pacer instead of them managing me, it was a moment where I was like, why am I doing this?
Mm-hmm.
And every time the why that came to me was, what would people say?
Yeah.
I want to show them something.
Yeah.
So it was really to show people, for people. It wasn't as much about, or, internally I had the realization, was like, it's not as much about me or God.
Yep.
It's really about people. And then I was like, do I care what people think?
Sure. Yeah.
I was like, no, I don't care what people think. In that moment, I was like, okay, I'm going to stop. Knowing me, I don't give up. And I would have kept going if I didn't want to prove myself a point that I don't care what people think. I can stop this race right now and still justify or do whatever.
Yep.
So that was a different kind of exercise. I learned so much more from not completing it.
Yeah, definitely I can hear that in the story. And you brought in a couple of different things there. So, like you said, the different people for different seasons, that's why we prune things, right? We prune to get the bad out so we can have good growth. So sometimes those people in our lives, they were good for a season, but we got to prune them sometimes so we can get other people in our lives that need to be in our lives. And obviously with all the illustration of what came out of that 85 miles, that's, we're kind of tongue in cheek with that's a failure. That's not a failure at all. I mean, there's so many lessons and good things that came out of that. Man, that's fantastic. And the things that you proved to yourself, I love it. I love it. And I hope people challenge themselves and things like that.
Yeah. I just think it's a long run for Cocodona. As a 2 foot, I just did a long run for for something bigger that I want to do.
Yeah,
I don't think any Pakistani has ever done Cocodona, so I don't know what's going to happen. But
love it. So obviously, you're self-described as a Liverpool FC fan, and the kind of the anthem for that community is "Never Walk Alone." So is that why you're kind of building what you're building?
Liverpool saved my life. I followed Liverpool in college. Most of the English that I know came from reading articles about Liverpool, because I just was ADHD in that sense. I never could sit down and read things. So I was like, okay, what do I enjoy and how can I read something? And then I had the worst mental crisis in 2018, worst manic episodes and stuff like that, and lost everything. And in that dull moment, in that dark moment, Liverpool was watching a game was really kind of what used to be what kind of brought me to the moment. And I was actually competitive and looking and everything. And so Liverpool saved my life. And it's the fact that you'll never walk alone. And it's insane.
Love it.
And I also feel when Liverpool's doing great, I'm doing great because, we were at winning season last year, Pickle N Chill. We had everything was clicking, and Liverpool didn't lose a game.
Yeah. I mean, they were on top. Do you have any weird must-haves, like don't wash this jersey the whole season or any of those superstitions?
No, I don't even have that many jerseys anymore. I left it. I moved a lot from Pakistan and everything. I've left a lot of the stuff. It's my heart. It's in my heart and it's in my prayers. And I just believe in why I believe in Liverpool. One of my friends connected me, and when I followed Liverpool, Liverpool was the underdog, and I always liked the underdog. Yeah. But there's a slogan with Liverpool. It says, "Form is temporary, class is permanent."
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. Yep. That's right. That's right.
What I mean? So gotta. They're classy. They're just a classy
They
team.
are. Yeah, they're not like Real Madrid for sure. So Pickle N Chill's got 8,000 followers on Insta, right? And so obviously you're resonating. What do you think is something the pickleball community could steal from that or learn from that?
I strongly believe most people in the pickleball game are in it to make money. I think if you serve community and tap into the power of the sport, that you would set yourself for success. Because I just can't tell you, in my heart of hearts, I believe I'm going to be the biggest thing in pickleball within 5 years.
Yep.
Strongly believe, because nobody's doing what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. And there's no way anybody can see the way I see it. I've had some very high level partners. They're amazing. They're incredible. They care about the sports. They want to grow. They care about the city and the state and everything. But nobody goes to a court not getting paid just to go make sure that there's somebody saying hello to other people on the court, and there's somebody that's making sure that the paddle and that my community knows that now. It's even if I'm not there, the people help each other out.
Yeah,
right. So it's insane. I think that's the biggest thing. If somebody in the pickleball space wants to go, hey, don't do it for the money. Do it for the people.
Yeah, and that's one of the biggest things, right? Is just people are nervous showing up first time. I've got my wooden paddle from Walmart. What am I going to experience? And a lot of times you'll bring someone with you, but man, if I step out there to an open play and someone just extends their hand right away and sees that I'm a new person and welcomes me into their community, that's so huge because I'm already nervous. I'm already looking for reasons maybe to leave and not be there. So that I love that part of it. That's so fantastic that you're being that great ambassador like that.
I appreciate it. One thing I would say is, I'm sure we launched Pickle N Chill Espanol. So there's a massive need in Arizona where Spanish community that don't speak English, they see us playing at the resorts, they see our content, and they feel intimidated.
Right.
So I was so blessed to have a partner named Adrian, and he's Spanish, and he started doing it. He started coming to the meetups, and then I saw his interest, and he kind of blew up some on TikTok, and I was like, hey, let's create Pickle N Chill Hispanic, and we just launched it this Saturday, and we're going to tap into the Hispanic market, and we're going to take pickleball everywhere, and I don't care if we're going to learn Spanish.
Yeah.
Playing pickleball, right? So that's what we're going to do.
That's fantastic. Obviously, you're tapping into the soccer or what you would call football. Obviously, that's not what we call football. I'm just messing with you. So yeah, I love that. I think crossing so to speak, crossing the borders like that and making sure that everybody feels inclusive. I mean, obviously, that's what you do with the impact and all that. So it just translates so well. Pun intended. So where is N Chill 5 years from now? What's on the horizon? Where are you sitting? How's it look?
5 years down the road, I'm just making pitches to investors and donors on why they should be investing in my nonprofit, which will be pumping money into the social wellness scene. I want to empower, like I still do, right? The impact that I personally made through Sweat Pals and community building, and people already do things that I do, and I do them for free. The other people are charging $5,000, charging them a course. I'm going to build a course, the same course, and I'm going to show that for free. So 5 years from now, I see myself as facilitating other leaders in areas that I have experienced such amazing growth. And like 1 year ago, nobody knew this brown guy in the corner, right? Like now everybody is like, who is this brown guy? And that's what I want to now waste it. And I just want to hopefully build on it and take this feeling and be able to give it to other people that are feeling lonely or that want the community service that don't know how to build it. I want to do that. I want a program that would show brands and businesses how to build community. Yeah. So community building will be the essence of everything. And I think there's so much opportunity. I also strongly believe a lot of people want to build community. They don't know how to build community because community takes heart. It takes putting your needs on the back burner. I cannot tell you how many people that are through this process that have wronged me and never got an apology. And I had to go there and shake their hand and apologize for my piece of it and never received an apology. Yeah. And I have to apologize for my reaction to what they have done. And just to keep the peace, because I believe if I cannot make peace at home or within the city, within the area, then how am I supposed to do it in the world?
Yeah, you can't have your own peace, right?
And making peace does not mean you're not going to have disagreements. That's the whole point. You're going to have disagreements. You're going to have lash outs. You're going to have situations, But yeah, that's basically why.
Yeah. So where are people finding you? What's all the socials that people need to go to and like and subscribe and do all the things?
Yeah, absolutely. I just repurposed my Instagram account, which is Wadan, WADANNNK. If you follow me there, my mission there is to inspire people to run, build community, find God, learn golf. Those are like 4 main missions, everything else. And then I'm building N Chill House and all this other stuff that we're building. So if you follow my journey, I can be a controversial figure, but it's all to spark, creative juices in you.
That's right.
And then Pickle N Chill, of course. If you follow N Chill House, if you go to the website, www.nchillhouse.com, you should be able to see what you like that we have to offer. And then plug into that Instagram community, DM us, we will reach out, we'll plug you into the community. We'll have a meetup that you can come and enjoy the sport and meet people. Don't sleep on Pickle N Chill.
Awesome. Wadan, thank you so much for being on today on the Big Dink Energy podcast. Love it. We are obviously following your journey. We want to be involved every step of the way, any way we can. So whatever we can do to help you. And you all out there listening, please go find them, the N Chill brand, and get involved in everything that they're doing. And don't forget to have Big Dink Energy when you do it.
Let's go.
It's time for Pick 6.
I love that intro music. Listen, Pick 6 is where we take one question. We each bring 2 answers and immediately regret agreeing to this segment, just like most of the other segments. Pick 6 tonight is pickleball problems that don't exist in any other sport.
My first one was calling your own line calls at tournaments. Never, ever have I been in any sport or creative art that I judged my own dance routine or my own gymnastics routine.
My karate kata was awesome. Paddle Princess?
Mine is the banger versus dinker war.
Oh, gotcha.
No other sport has it where it's like, oh, well, should you play soft or should you just play aggressive? Like,
Yeah, that's true.
figure it out.
I like that. Mine is the one that always gets me, and it's the paddle tap shuffle at the end. There's 4 paddles. Why are there 16 different taps? I missed somebody, then I got to come back, or I got you, then I got you again.
And then somebody doesn't want to paddle tap; they got to do the end of it. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's like the knuckles or the high five.
I would say apologizing for playing well. Like I see that a lot in pickleball. People will be like, "Oh, I'm sorry." You know, it's like you're apologizing for being
Like when
really
they get a line
good.
cord.
Yeah, or just apologizing for doing a good job. Like you don't see that. You see celebration normally. Someone gets a touchdown, they don't turn around and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I did that."
Sorry, I scored on you. Yeah, I like that one.
Mine is going to be the court rotation drama with paddle stacking. What other sport has an issue
Well,
with?
if you don't put your quarters on the table at pool.
Yeah, video game quarters on the video game. I'm up
Air
next for Miss
hockey.
Pac-Man. Air hockey.
Right.
Got my cigarettes rolled up in my sleeve. My last one was the mid game switch. So after 6 points, I'm switching sides.
Oh,
And we
gotcha.
we switch end zones in halftime at the
I was
football
going to say,
game.
doesn't football do that?
Yeah, but it's so like, okay, 6 switch. You know, we just hit
Right.
6, we got to switch. Or we just hit
Right.
7, we got to switch.
But like just the tip says, don't do that unless it's related to the weather.
No, we do that in tournaments too.
Yeah.
But it's unnecessary.
That's what they do in tournaments.
From my
Is
professional
this my pick 6 or yours?
Sorry. Professional pickleball opinion.
I picked my side of the court. This is where I choose to die.
Right.
Right.
Live or die here. Tell us what you think.
News you can use.
This just in. I don't know. I probably just cussed in Morse code.
All right. Well, humans have been hitting balls over nets for centuries.
I'm glad you led with nets on the end of that.
But the 2020s kicked off a new boom. Pickleball and paddle, I don't know how to really say it, both exploded long after their invention dates. Now there's a new sport.
Oh, gosh.
This is just launched in 2026. It's called Typti, Typti. It's played on a pickleball court with a shortened tennis-style racket and a foam ball. Here's the twist. If you hit the ball into the net on your side, the point isn't over. You can still win it by striking the ball after the bounce with anything except the strings, hand, foot, or handle included.
Oh, now, okay. Now you got my attention.
This is created by Steve
What?
Bellamy, not part of the Bellamy brothers, and and it's backed by investors like Drew Brees. So Typti is a little too new to judge, but it's definitely interesting to watch, and I really want to play it.
Yeah, this kind of like keepy uppy. that we talked
Like
with the
I want to
balloon.
play this so
Yeah.
bad. So I'm trying to find a place where they have it so I can try
Oh,
it.
Heights Athletic Club. Let's go. Let's get
I
some.
mean,
what is
I
it?
think
So
Typti?
they had to do a foam ball to keep the noise complaints down.
This is all born out of HOAs, I bet.
I don't know. I just know that you get to hit it with other shit. I'm in. I think it sounds fun.
Well, there are the ones that do anything but a paddle.
Right.
For pickleball.
I haven't done that yet, and I really want to.
Yeah, those sound fun.
But I think it'd be
I like
fun.
Typti. Like, okay, you
you
can't
hit
use your
it-
racket again, but
I know. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Like kickball
Yeah, that's right.
mid time,
That's
like
right.
mid game.
I like that.
Okay. Typti.
Get up in our DMs, Typti, if you want to be on the podcast.
You could be a big Typti energy.
Big Typti energy.
Typti energy.
Check my Typti. It's big.
We're so high on gold medicine.
That's it for this episode. Unless you've got something to say, think we got it wrong, have a better take, we want to hear it. Find us at bdepodcast.com or at BDE Podcast on the socials. Drop us a message. We might just feature you in the next episode. If you had a good time, well, samesies. If not, maybe try again. We grow on people. So you know the deal. Follow the show, tell a friend, and leave us a review. Or just pretend this never happened. Until next time, keep the dinks soft and the energy big.
You said
We're done.
What did you
We're
say?
done.
Tipty. What did you say?
We're done. Like
What did you